Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Happy 2024!
Yes, 2024, 2023 is no longer.
Mhm.
We're creeping up on doing this thing for a year in a couple of short
Uh,
months.
I had to do some research today for something else, and so I was re-listening to one of our old episodes, and we had talked about doing something really big and really fun for our 1 year anniversary. Do you remember this?
Yeah, did you come up with something?
No.
No. But we have time.
We gotta figure it out. But today we just gotta figure out celebrating 2024. That's all.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and start this show. You ready?
Yeah.
Grace, I've been on vacation for over a week and it's left me wanting more. Please help me pout and sulk on episode 44.
I'm Eric, Idiot Runner Kosek.
And I'm Grace, Hot Pants Langheim. Eric is all business in the front of the pack, and I am all about the party in the back.
That's right, business up front and party in the back. Together, we are the Running Mullet.
And we are going to talk about every aspect of running, the podium to the DNF and everything in between.
If you are a runner, this show is for you. Now sit back, get out your foam roller, and enjoy the party.
I, like you, have to go back to my place of employment tomorrow, and I'm having a hard time with it.
Yeah, I really don't want to go back to work. I didn't really have a week off, but got to have some fun adventures over the past week. What did you do this past weekend?
This past weekend, what did I don't even know what I did. It's all blur, Grace. It's not full. I ran a lot this week because I had off and I wanted to take advantage of it. So I got a couple of good runs in. Oh man, I don't think I did it. Must not have done anything too exciting. What about you? You're not in your hometown right now.
I'm not. I am in Michigan right now. I'm right outside of Detroit. So I'm driving my daughter back to her dorm. She's in college in Detroit. And we got to spend New Year's Eve in downtown Detroit. That was super fun. And I've done some hikes and some runs. And I'm ready for the new year, though. I'm ready.
The only thing I know about Detroit is 8 Mile. Were you close to 8 Mile Road?
Yeah. I mean, 8 Mile is a really big road.
Oh.
So it's not, yeah, it sounds like it's an awesome for a movie title. So it still works, but there's just like regular stores and things on 8 Mile. So, and there's also a 7 Mile and 6 Mile and 5 Mile, 4 Mile, 3 Mile. That's
cool.
That's how the roads are numbered.
Huh. Well, now I know. I just learned something.
Yep.
So were there fireworks and all that stuff or just guns shooting?
No guns shooting at all. No. No, downtown they had they have a really gigantic Christmas tree and they have an ice skating rink and that kind of stuff. They didn't have any official fireworks. There were some fireworks. And so we just kind of hung out downtown, and there's like a little right in downtown Detroit. There's a lot of art. Detroit's known for having a big art scene. So there's a lot of sculptures and that kind of stuff and parks like in the center. And there was a swing set. And so my daughter and I we swang on the swings a lot. And that's most of what we did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Now you're going to pull up basically an all-nighter getting home, and then you have to go to work tomorrow too.
Yeah. We, those of us who, yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to head back to work. But I am excited for the new year. Do you do New Year's? I have so much to talk about with this topic. Do you do New Year's goals or resolutions, or do you do anything like that?
Not normally. Last year I did I started on January 1st with the no alcohol, and Becky and I went till Memorial Day, which was 5 months, I think. Just seemed like a good starting point. I'm glad we did it.
Your
We're
body was probably thankful too. Like your liver was probably like, thank you.
yeah. So we are planning on doing that again, starting today. So other than that, I don't really have any resolutions per se. What about you?
So I love the new year. This is my time of year. New Year's is completely arbitrary. Time is arbitrary. Time is also a scam. But I love it anyway. So I set goals. I set a theme. We have so much to get into.
Well, we better get into it because we don't want to keep you too long because you're sitting in your car right now, and so this is going to probably be, hopefully, if we can get it through it, a shorter episode again. But that's all right. We're coming back in the next couple weeks of the new year with
Yeah.
some amazing things. So
Yeah, we're gonna have some awesome guests. So yeah, I love the new year. I set goals, and there's different types of goals, right? So you can have a goal of finishing a particular race, for example. And like as a coach, I talk to my athletes about this. There's progress goals, performance goals, and then there's another one, I forget the name of it, but it's but it's like an event goal. So an event goal is, I want to complete, for myself, for example, I want to complete the horseshoe trail from end to end, and that's a goal. But then a performance goal is to do so well at something, for example. So I don't know what my performance goal is yet. But an example of a performance goal would be having a PR at the mile, as an example. So that would be a performance goal. And then a process goal is, I'm going to maybe foam roll every Sunday. So that is something that's helping you get toward your really big goal. And so my process or progress goal that I'm going to do, I am going to actually do my speed work this year because it's something that, as a coach, I see the difference that it makes with my athletes. And I also I try to avoid it in my own schedule, and I do it, but I don't do it consistently. So this year I'm going to work on being better about my speed work, getting in my speed work. You know what one of the hard things is I love group runs. They're so much fun, and speed work is something that you typically got to do alone. So that means I gotta
it's funny you say that because I was just gonna say when you got done talking about how I like to try to grab somebody even if they're not very willing, grab somebody to do it with you, and for me it makes it easier when there's two people in pain rather than just trying to push yourself. It is, I don't know, it's like you can kind of motivate each other. Sometimes I guess it's hard to find that person, but you have tons of friends. Grab one of them, tell them just go out with you and do it.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. Like I said, I want to finish the horseshoe trail, and I don't really know a performance goal yet, but I have several races that I want to complete through the year. My biggest focus right now is getting ready for the Duck 100K. I am determined to finish it, and hence the reason why I need to do my speed work, because I need to make sure I hit all the cutoffs for that race. It's a fairly flat race, so the cutoffs are reasonable, and I've finished it before, but I gotta make sure that I don't get lazy.
Isn't that the one that has another race attached to it? You finish that and you go do another one. That's it, right?
Yeah, that's the race. The first half is at an undisclosed location. It starts at 9:00 at night, and then the second half is in the morning. And the first half has only 30 people in it, and the second half, most people who are doing the second half are only doing a 50K. So they're all like fresh and cheery, and I remember a couple years ago, I was in the second half, and they're all fresh and happy, and they're only doing the 50K, and it's about 300 people. And this guy was like, "What? Don't have that face. We're just getting started." And I was just like, "For you." I was all tired. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited for that race. That's my first focus of the year.
Okay, so both parts of it make up the 100K that you're going to be completing.
Yeah, yep,
Gotcha.
yeah. So the second half is called the Algonquin 50K, but if you do the first half as well, it's called the Duck 100K.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. I need stuff for like later on in the year. I have nothing. I have a couple things early on once spring hits, but nothing big later on.
Yeah, I haven't settled on my fall goal yet, my fall race, like big thing yet. But I definitely have a couple of them that I'm considering, and it's just narrowing down, which one of those. So I've got some fun stuff that I'm toying around with in my head, and we'll see where we end up.
Nice. I guess my performance goal would be mid-state trail.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I got to perform pretty good at that one, I guess.
Yeah. Did you settle in on a date?
Yeah, but I'm gonna leave it fluid right now just because the weather is gonna be crucial. So hopefully I can bounce around within a week, within like 1 to 3 week time period, and pick the best time slot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
One of the other things that I like to do, just within my, kind of like my coaching group, the folks that I coach, is to talk about, because everybody's different. Some people, don't want to set goals, and that's cool too, or resolutions or any of that. I don't think that they're necessary. But
Right.
Another thing that's fun to do is to set a theme or a focus for the year. And I've done this every year for like 6-7 years. And 1 year, my theme was relentless forward progress. And that was this thing that just kind of kept me going and kept me focused and motivated throughout the whole year. And I don't know, it's just this fun little thing that I do. And I love hearing what they choose. And often it's one word or one phrase for the whole year.
Huh. I should probably come up with something.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I've had mine set in my head for a while. And for me this year, it's actually a pronoun, which is just R-E, because 2023, I mean, it went pretty well. I had some good highlights in 2023. I had some stuff that I'm really proud of. We started the podcast in 2023, and that was awesome. All of the events that I race directed last year went really, really well. I was happy with them. And I got to volunteer a lot last year. I got to pace, I got to crew. My athletes did well. I had Wild Goose 100. So, but there were a couple of performances that didn't go so well, like the Duck 100K, Horseshoe Trail. And so my theme of the year is which I'm just going to redo the year.
Nice.
That's my theme. My plan is to redo the whole year for the most part, pound for pound, the same races, the same events, only I'm going to try to do it with a better attitude.
And a couple different outcomes. Most of the outcomes probably the same, but a couple different ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for some different outcomes. I've been working on like I said, I've been doing speed work. I've been doing more strength training. So I've been trying to get a little stronger, get a little faster, work on that mindset. And I'm hoping to come into 2024 with keeping all the good stuff. And also, just, I need a redo,
Right.
I need a redo to the year. And I think it's going to be good.
Huh. I like it.
Yeah. So think about your theme, your focus, your one word. And for anybody who's listening, I love doing this. What's your one word for 2024 that's your motivator that helps you get through it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. For me, it's more. I'm thinking like some kind of, I don't know if renewal would be the right word, but getting back to where I was at a certain point. I
Yeah.
feel like I can work to get back to that point that in my head I want to be at, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Renewal is a great one. I've seen some other really good ones out there, like determination. Gabe just put in there fun. That's a great one.
Yep.
Focus. I've seen somebody had put into consistency, discipline, get out, as in like getting out of your comfort zone, balance, present, discover, process is greater than outcome. So there's some really good ones that I've heard, I've seen some other people doing. If you are not into goal setting, this is another option, or you can do it in addition to goals like I do. I do all the things.
No, I think it's a great idea, honestly. And
All right. Well, if you like that one, I got another one for you. You ready for this?
let's hear it.
Okay. So in addition to goals, there's some things that I just like to check off the list just to keep me, at the end. I like to say, at the end of the year, if I did all of these things, man, I would call that an awesome year. So what would that list be? And I would say, well, if I don't want to get to the end of the year and be like, oh, I should have done trail work and I didn't do any trail work. You know what I mean? Like, I like to kind of create a list of, if I hit all of these things, and it could be small stuff, it could be big stuff, then man, that would be an awesome year. And so for everyone here, I created a list and I also turned it into a bingo card. So you can, if you want to play along, you can play along, and I'm going to share it on our social medias so you can. It is our 2024 Running Mullet Bingo. Before I do that, I love some of the stuff coming into the chat. My word is committed this year, Coach Ob said, which I love that. That's a great one. And then Kate put in there, goal is to keep building fitness coming off of 2023, but more importantly, have to keep it fun or I'm doing it all wrong. That is spot on. I love that. So we have some good words coming into the chat. I love those coming in. And like I said, another option, or like me, you can do this in addition to all the things, is to throw in a list of things to do.
Yeah, I mean, your trail bingo was you're genius, Grace. That's the only word I can think of. It's a great idea.
You finally admitted it. So this is our 2024 Running Mullet Bingo, right? So you do each one of these things, and you can't combine them. Like, you can't do them all in one. So one per run or per race. And here's the list: crew, somebody, just anytime through the year; pace, volunteer; trail, work; trash cleanup. So that could be in a park or along the street; doing a track run, a road run, a trail run, a treadmill run, a naked run, which actually means no technology.
But we'll accept both, won't we?
We will accept both.
We need photo evidence, though.
As long as you keep it legal.
Yeah.
There are places where you can legally naked run, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Group run, solo run, tooting into a live show, woo, 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 woo. Night run, sunrise run, rainy run, doing a fast mile, new buddy run, which is, just run with a friend who you haven't run with before. Bonus points if you get somebody else to come out on their first run or their first trail run.
Yep.
Party pace mile, that's the opposite of your fast mile. So you got to do a party pace mile. Backwards mile, I've never done that before.
I have never done that before either. That sounds like a trip hazard, but I'm down to try.
Yeah, I mean, just go slow.
Yeah.
Costume run, hilly run, donate. So this one, just the word donate is there. And that means like if you donate an old pair of your shoes, something like that. Like this doesn't have to be money. But I wanted to keep it very, very open in general. So this box is like, if you have a couple of shirts that you bought and they didn't turn out, maybe you donate those to Revive Gear or something like that. So donate is one of them. A flat run, that's the opposite of your hilly run. And then a pitcher run. You know about the pitcher, right, Eric?
I'm not sure if I do. Why
The
don't you
pitcher
tell me?
run.
Mm-mm.
So the pitcher run is inspired by Misty Trowbridge and
Mm.
Sayard Tanis. We'll have to have them on sometime to tell the story, I think, if they'll
Okay.
come on the show.
Right.
But this is just an inspiration. I want you to be inspired during this run. Misty was running World's End 100K with Sayard, and Sayard was coaching her at the time, I think, right?
Probably, yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
Sayard was pacing her, and Misty had like 0 time at the last aid station. She had to get in and out. So Sayard stole the pitcher from the aid station.
Right.
Because Misty was out of water. She stole the pitcher, ran with the pitcher from the last aid station to the finish line to support her person. And I don't think very many people have come into the last aid station at World's End 100K and still made it to the finish on time. And she made it to the finish line on time, I think with like 90 seconds to spare.
It might have been less than that. Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
tight.
At the most 90 seconds. And she made it to the finish line. And I think that run is just so inspirational that I added pitcher run as the last box on here. And it's literally to run with a pitcher of water, a pitcher of whatever you want. Run with a pitcher of water, because you know what? Even if you think you're out of time, you just keep trying and you just might make it to the finish line.
Okay, so it's kind of a take it as you want type of challenge for the pitcher run. It's not a certain distance or anything. It's if you can help somebody like when you're crewing or pacing, then
no, actually, I literally mean run with a pitcher.
So just get a pitcher and run with it.
Yes, but any distance. But it could be at a race. It could be a group run. I want to challenge people to run with a pitcher. I think that's just so impressive. It's so much fun.
Yeah, now there's going to be people at all these races taking pictures and making a lot more than Ben Mazer mad.
We have to hear the full story. We have to have at least one of them on to tell the entire story, because they're going to tell it so much better than me. But just know that an amazing thing happened that day, and I was inspired by it, and I think it deserves a square on the Running Mullet Bingo.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like it. Maybe we'll try to get Misty on with the weeks before World's End, leading up to it, just to talk about it. But yeah, that's a good one. So the idea of this card is to do them all and then tell us when you completed it, right?
Yeah. I want to hear when people complete the entire card.
They
cool.
So just like normal bingo, the first person that tells us that they completed it with that, honor system, obviously, we'll have to get some kind of prize for them.
Yeah.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm hoping to see some stuff on Strava. I'm hoping I'll see some comments in there that this is for your Running Mullet Bingo and which square it's for.
Yeah. And again, we're going to post that on the Running Mullet Facebook page, Instagram, and probably the Run for Life group, Facebook page, all over, so that people can find it.
Yeah. I'll email it to you.
Right.
Email me at therunningmullet@gmail.com and I'll send it over to you. As a little fun thing for us to do together as a group.
No, it was a great idea. I think we can definitely maybe do a couple of them throughout the year if we put our heads together, come up with some fun, challenging things to do on runs.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. So let's see. What day are we in here, Grace? Today's Monday, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're heading home. You're going to work. What are you doing this weekend?
I don't know yet, but I just had a friend tell me that we might be able to go to Mount Tammany this weekend. So
Nice.
I might be able to head over there. I don't have any solid plans. My January, February, and March are like booked solid. So this is the one weekend when I have nothing scheduled. How about you? What do you got?
Lauren has her first ever indoor track meet in State
Ooh.
College. She got into, so that we're going to that on Saturday. That's going to be exciting, kind of a learning thing. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm probably going to stay there. She's running a 2 mile, or not even 2 mile, 3,000 meter race. But then we'll probably stay and watch the other events and things like that. So yeah, that's exciting. And other than that, I'm going to continue getting my weekly mileage up to where it should be. I had a 70-mile week this week. I'm going to hopefully do that again. It's been a while, and but that's kind of my hope, getting through the winter months here, is keeping that high base mileage.
Yep. I'm feeling the same thing. I've started to increase my mileage. Like I said, I've got my first big race pretty early in the season, so I'm up to around 45 right now, and
nice.
And trying to get in all of I'm even doing my warm-ups. Buddy. This is how serious I'm taking it. I'm excited.
Good. Very good. Yeah, my daughter has kind of gotten me into doing the whole warm-up thing. And It feels good. Probably should be doing it all the time.
I almost put that on the bingo card. Like, do your warm-up.
Yeah.
Stretch.
Or like do yoga at least once or something.
That was one of them I was planning to put on. There was just like, do something new, something that you haven't done before. You get bonus points for that.
Yeah.
Something you've never done before, a new activity, kayak, stand-up paddleboard.
Right. What was I gonna say? Oh, Idiot Race is coming up in a couple weeks here, so I gotta clean out my garage, or as what Kip calls it, my barn. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of idiots here jammed in there tight, and I get to see you, so that'll be cool.
Yep, I am super excited to come. It is on my training calendar. I've worked it into my training plan.
It's gonna be a good time. Hopefully it gets cold here and everything freezes up, because if not, it's a sloppy mess up there right now.
Yeah, I'm hoping for some cold weather too. That sloppiness, my knee does not love it. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, Grace. Well, we should probably get you on the road so you can get home and be functioning tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, this is fun anyway. I'm excited to hear from everybody who's listening, like your goals for 2024. I want to hear your one word or one phrase for 2024. I am excited to see your progress on the Running Mullet Bingo. Like I said, I love this time of year. And I love reading everybody else's stuff too. So I'm pretty pumped. Let's hear it.
And like normal, we want to keep 2024. The show's good, the show's fun, the show's informative. So if you have any ideas, or if you want to be on yourself to talk about something fun, interesting, from the heart, whatever it may be, let us know.
Yeah, it's going to be a good year.
Yeah. All right, Grace, will you drive safe? Thanks for pulling over and being my co-host with me. And hopefully next week we'll be back to normal with some amazing stuff.
Yeah, we will.
Have a great rest of your new year. You have 4 hours left of the first day of the year. And
Happy New Year, everybody.
We'll see you next week.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.